and I'm from the Rainy River District, a small town called Emo, Ontario. I have a beef farm, 50 cows. I background about half of my steers for the meat trade, and I'm now just getting into sheep a little bit as well. Farming up north has its challenges, but it has a lot of advantages too. We're definitely isolated. We lack infrastructure. Rainy River District is actually quite unique, where we have a lot more infrastructure than some of the more northern communities. We have a lot of interest in people. Our land prices are rather low, so we really have a lot of interest from southern Ontario right now with people that can't afford to expand, or their kids aren't able to afford to get into it. So we really have we've been selling farms, and things are on the up and up. But with our isolation, there's other things that we don't need to worry about. There's great distances between crops, fields and stuff, so when the pests and problems that could occur in other parts of the province, we don't need to worry about that at this point. We're close to Manitoba, so even though it seems like we're up in the middle of nowhere, we're only about 3 or 4 hours from Winnipeg, and we're only 6 hours from Minneapolis. So we have lots of access to other markets, south and west as well as east. I often get questions about why would you want to eat your own animals? And I really think that if people knew what it's like to grow food and feed people, it's just such an awesome feeling to be able to feed your friends and your neighbors and your family and your community such a healthy product that hasn't traveled miles and miles, and you know exactly what you put into it. And I just think that is something that people are starting to wake up to, even in our little community. It's just becoming such an attractive tool in the beef industry's pockets, really. I've been on the farm since I was a kid. My grandma was the reason that I got into the business, and I've always, growing up, the only thing I ever wanted to be was just a farmer, and I wanted to have cows, and I love whatever I put into it is what I'm going to get out of it. I like the long hours, and I like the people that I work with, and I am lucky to have a job in agriculture, but I still am lucky to go home and drive a tractor and make hay and look after cattle. So it's just such a great way to live.